You're gonna really love this video. I'm gonna tell you 3 Spanish grammar rules you can completely ignore. Hola amigos, soy Adriana. Look, I know grammar is important, but not every rule you learned in class is a must. Have you ever learned a Spanish grammar rule and thought, wait, do native speakers actually say it like that? Yeah, same. There are a lot of rules that get drilled into Spanish learners that, honestly, you don't need to stress over. Sometimes Spanish teachers focus on making things correct rather than the realistic, everyday speaking, right? Which is what we want. So today, I'll show you 3 rules you can stop obsessing over and what actually matters when speaking Spanish. Let's get into it. Número 1. You don't need to always include subject pronouns. In Spanish class, you might have learned Yo tengo un perro. I have a dog. Nosotros vamos al cine. We're going to the movies. Technically correct. But native speakers don't always include the subject. Why? Because Spanish verb conjugations already tell you who is doing the action. So instead of saying yo tengo un perro, you can just say tengo un perro. Instead of saying nosotros vamos al cine, you can say vamos al cine. Sounds way more natural, right? So when should you use pronouns? You'll want to use them when you need to emphasize something. Yo quiero café, no té. I want coffee, not tea. Or when the subject isn't obvious. Ella tiene 2 hermanos. Él tiene 3. She has 2 brothers. He has 3. Otherwise, drop them. Your Spanish will sound way smoother. Número 2. You don't need to rely on muy and mucho for everything. Spanish teachers love teaching muy, very, and mucho, a lot. But relying on them too much can make your Spanish sound robotic. Instead of está muy cansado, he's very tired, just say está agotado, he's exhausted. Instead of tengo mucho frío, I'm very cold, say me estoy congelando, I'm freezing. Using stronger, more natural words make you sound more fluent and expressive. And don't worry, muy and mucho are fine. Just don't overuse them when better words exist. And if you're still confused about what's the deal with muy versus mucho, I have great news because we already have a video on that here in this channel. And I'll leave the link in the description below. Número 3. Future tense, meh. Just use ir a instead. You might have learned mañana viajaré a España. Tomorrow I will travel to Spain. But in casual Spanish, native speakers rarely use the future tense like this. What do they say instead? Mañana voy a viajar a España. Voy a comprar comida más tarde. Using ir a plus verb is much more common in everyday speech. So don't stress over conjugating future tense verbs. Just say voy a plus verb, and you're golden. And this is why real-world Spanish is so much different from textbook Spanish. If you want to learn how to speak naturally without getting caught up in these outdated rules, Spanish55.com is the place for you. With certified one-on-one coaches, you'll learn the Spanish that people actually speak. And guess what? Your first lesson is free, no strings attached. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. Now, let's quickly recap these rules. The 3 grammar rules you can ignore are subject pronouns, optional. Drop them unless you need emphasis. Muy and mucho, overrated. Use stronger words instead. Future tense, forget it. Ir a plus verb sounds way more natural. Cool? Now let's put this into practice with a quick test. Fill in the blanks in the most natural way possible. Quiero un café, pero blank quiere un té. I want a coffee, but blank wants a tea. Estoy blank después de trabajar 12 horas. I'm exhausted after working 12 hours. Mañana blank a visitar a mis amigos. Tomorrow, I'm going to visit my friends. Drop your answers in the comments. I'll be checking. And before you go, have you ever wondered what could happen if you worked one-on-one with a Spanish tutor? In Spanish 55's podcast, Conquering Spanish Interviews with Learners, each episode shares their journey, the challenges, the wins, and just how much progress is possible with personalized coaching. It's inspiring, it's motivating, and you don't want to miss it. The link is also in the description. And that's it for today. I hope this lesson helps you stress way less about grammar and focus more on speaking naturally. Let me know in the comments which Spanish rule has confused you the most. See you next time. Hasta luego.